All right, so Jimmy walks into the cube today.
Yeah.
First of all, he lied. But he said, "You want to make the same bet we made last year?" And I'm like, "Well, what is that?" And he said, "You give me Georgia, and I give you the field." The lie is we never made that bet.
Well,
Yeah.
probably.
But so he's trying to pull a fast one.
Yeah, well, that's what he does.
And my immediate response is, sure. I get everybody else. I think Vegas would tell me to take that bet, take the field. First of all, do you agree with that? Would you take that bet?
I mean, it's the smart money is to take the field. I would say that. Now, my gut, who do I think is going to win the national championship? I think Georgia. I think their quarterback and running back combo, along with Brock Bowers at tight end, I think that offense is sick. I mean, what we saw a glimpse of it last year with when the guys came, the second wave of players came in and they were ridiculous.
Yep. Kang, would you take Georgia or would you take the field?
I'd take the field.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a smart
So
one.
we all agree, right?
Yeah.
It feels like a bet that I actually would have proposed to him.
Kind of, yeah.
But I immediately say, okay, sure. And then he goes, so let's make it who's going to go further, Georgia or Michigan. I'm like, no.
He just changed it up.
He changed the bet. What was that?
I'm not sure whether normally Jimmy is like very confident and he'll just back it up and go ahead. And he kept looking at me like he's got some other game going on. Like, it's okay. I got this. Like he's trying to bait you.
Yeah, he's about to play me somehow, some way. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking that bet.
When are we going to get back to the original bet you made?
Yeah,
just go ahead and do it. You got this.
You made an offer.
Yeah.
I accepted. You tried to change the terms.
It's strong. And you know, by the way, Doug was giving you the lie that it's double or nothing.
Yeah.
So it was like, it meant nothing to Doug. You had nothing to lose because you thought it was a lie to begin with.
Yeah.
Although I guess you would have lost two lunches on it. But.
That's a whole nother debate point. But for me, in that moment, I'm like, yeah, I'll take your bet. And then he immediately tried to change it. And I'm like, wait a second. Why is he getting to change the bet? And I think he essentially backed out. Now, there's a couple things I could do. One is just let it go, which is probably what I'm going to do. Or I could try to shame him.
Shame him a
little bit.
How could you shame him publicly? If there was only a forum.
Yeah, if only I had a place to go to shame in public. I mean,
the last 2 minutes?
Yeah, well, you just gotta. Oh, you don't have faith in your team, huh? Okay. No, I see how it is. I thought you were a big Georgia guy, but apparently you don't have faith in your team.
That's if you really want to make the bet, you can do that.
Yeah, and I would make the bet. Is that bet dumb? Like, am I it's.
I don't think it's dumb. I think the odds are definitely in your favor.
Yep.
But could I see, do I think it's a large possibility Georgia wins and three-peats a national championship? Yep.
I think it's a possibility as well. But he offered me a great bet. I accepted. Then he offered me a less than great bet and wanted me to make that one instead. I'm like, no. Now, maybe he thought that he would sucker me into that, but
I don't know. I mean, who's going to challenge Georgia in the SEC? I don't think Alabama is. Their quarterback situation strange. And
so here's the thing. I don't know who's going to challenge him in the SEC yet, but it's hard to go undefeated in any league. Like it's really difficult. And even if you're favored in every game, that doesn't mean you're winning every game. And there was some stat that I saw about how few national champions are actually undefeated. Oh, yeah. It's really amazing. It's stunning. And I mean, it's something like 3 in the last 25 years. And you go, really? Wait.
Like, didn't Georgia do it every other year?
Yeah, it feels like Alabama did
it. I meant to say Alabama. And no, Alabama's, I think Saban's had like 2 undefeated teams, maybe. Yeah, that won national championships. And it's difficult out. Georgia's playing a total cake non-conference schedule. Of course, so is Michigan. But yeah, UT Martin, Ball State, and Georgia Tech. Now, Georgia Tech, rivalry game could give them trouble. What could be a trouble game for them? Here are their road games. These are their conference road games. Georgia? Yeah.
At Auburn.
Could always be,
they're a bit bad.
Special, but
at Vanderbilt.
Look out. Katie bar the door. Remember, that coach thinks he's got the best team in the country.
That was so great. That's one of my favorite opening press conference lines. The guy takes over Vanderbilt and says, at Vanderbilt, our goal is to be the best
program in the country.
Well, I'm glad it's your goal.
God bless you.
Yeah.
At Auburn, at Vanderbilt, at Tennessee.
Tennessee, well,
it could be. I mean,
they
they've
lost
got
a lot.
Yeah, but they've got pretty young quarterback they're pretty excited about. But that's it.
Yeah,
They play 3 non-conference or 3 conference road games.
It comes. Well, who do they play at home in conference? Anybody from the? Well, who do they play from?
South Carolina,
from the
Kentucky,
West, I guess.
Florida, Missouri, Ole Miss. How can they play 5 home games and 3 road games? The schedule can't be right. It's on ESPN.com. It can't be right, can it?
Well, the Florida game is.
Oh, that's right. That's
neutral site.
Neutral site. So they're losing the road game. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm here for anything you need to know about college football, Doug.
Yes, I turn to you.
Yeah, when you get dumb, just ask me. I got you.
Yeah, the Florida game. So this year would have been a Florida home game. I mean, I haven't played them on it, but you lose a home game every other year to go play the neutral site game in Jacksonville.
So, I mean, really, Georgia doesn't play anybody till the SEC championship game. And we don't know who it's going to be. Could be LSU, could be Alabama.
Yep.
It's likely, I mean, every year it's easy to say Alabama, but I don't know.
Anyway, it's hard to go undefeated, and I'd still take the field if the bet was still on, but he backed out of it.
He did back.
He totally backed out of it. No, that's right.